Good morning. My name is Mario Ariave with Utmost Performance. For today's video, we're going to talk about meditation. A lot of people have a mixed idea of what meditation is. They don't maybe understand it. They think that it's something very difficult to do. But they also understand that meditation is extremely helpful. It's something that a lot of successful people do. And so a lot of people are curious about meditation and would like to start some kind of a meditative practice, but maybe they don't know where to begin. I've got good news for you. I'm going to walk us through all of that. I think you should invest in a meditative practice. It's very, very good for you. But first, let me get into the exercise and then I'll unpack meditation a little bit more. Here's the exercise. If you commute to work, you've got any kind of a commute, you get in your car or you ride any kind of public transportation, here's what I'm going to propose to you. I'm going to propose that you commute in silence, that you don't have any music going, you're not listening to any podcast, you're not reading a book or an audiobook or anything like that. Now, you would be technically meditating during that time. Let me explain to you why, because here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is as you sit in silence, all you're going to have with you as a partner is going to be your thoughts. What are you thinking right now? And in turn, how are those thoughts making you feel? And this is exactly what meditation is. Meditation is a time set aside where you can really grasp and become self-aware of those thoughts that you're having and in turn, how you're feeling. Now, here's the beautiful thing about meditation, and this is where it becomes very, very useful for us. When we can gather this information, our thoughts, and in turn our emotions, what we can do is we can then formulate a game plan on how to best deal with ourselves. You heard that correctly. How to best deal with yourself. When you wake up and you get going in the morning and you're commuting to work and going wherever you need to go, you would be wise to have a plan. Am I really anxious today? Am I really stressed out? Or am I sitting really well in a posture of gratitude and thankfulness? That would be good information to have, so then you can formulate, okay, this is what I'm thinking and this is how I'm feeling, and therefore this is how I need to deal with myself today so that I can get the best out of myself, so that I can be the best version of myself. So very simply, that would be you embarking on a meditative practice. And I would encourage you to do that day after day after day. But here's the other interesting thing about doing this exercise. If you did this exercise, what you would find is you're denying yourself something that you want, something that has maybe become a habit for you. Listening to music on the way to work, or listening to a podcast, or going through listening to an audiobook, or reading a print book, or something of that nature. And you're denying yourself of that. That's what you want right now in this moment. However, you're going to put that aside and you're going to instead sit in silence and you're going to meditate. And what's happening here is, number one, obviously you're beginning a meditative practice, which is great to put forth that game plan to best deal with yourself. But the second thing that you're doing is you're exercising patience. You're exercising self-restraint, where there's something that you want right now, but you're trading that in for something that you feel is going to provide better value for you later on. And can I say that as we look around, it won't take long for us to see that this is a skill that is vastly undervalued, and it's not being preached and practiced very much by our culture. Our culture isn't valuing patience nowadays. It's everything that I want right now, give it to me. So doing this exercise, commuting in silence, is something that would provide us those two benefits. Lastly, I'll leave you with this. You're watching the video and it sounds like a great idea, but man, I'm not commuting right now during the pandemic. Maybe you're working virtually from home. Well, here's what I would say. What does your morning ritual look like? Do you normally get a cup of coffee and sit on the couch for 10, 15 minutes while you drink your morning coffee? Or do you watch a certain TV program or show in the morning, or listen to some kind of a podcast at your house? Do you sit down at your computer and check your email for the first 10 minutes of your day before you? I would say to that If you've got something like that that you do, working virtually from home, then what I would say is use that time that you would be doing that particular task, doing that particular thing, and use that time to sit in silence with yourself and do the same exercise. What is it that I'm thinking about? How is it that I'm feeling? So then you can formulate that game plan. Now, don't go back and have that cup of coffee afterwards. Don't go back and check your email afterwards. Don't go back and watch that TV program. Move on to the next task. Same with commuting. Like, we want to make sure that we're denying ourselves something. Okay, folks, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. If you have any comments or any insights, please feel free to comment on this video, and I would love to open up some dialogue with you guys. Lastly, before I go, check out the website, utmostperformance.info, where you can get more information on how to contact me and reach out to me so that we can work on some things like this and so that I can help you as you look to achieve your goals and continue to be a better version of yourself day after day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time.